Because wouldn't he low-key want that?
For what?
I mean, because they're protesting saying that he won, right? Isn't that what
they're protesting against against?
They're protesting against the election.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they're saying that it was like rigged.
It was rigged.
And that he really should have won.
Yeah, he said, Joe Biden said today is a reminder, a painful one, that democracy is fragile. To preserve it requires people of goodwill, leaders with the courage to stand up, who are devoted not to pursuit of power and personal interests at any cost, but to the common good.
You think he thought of that all himself?
No. Isn't that crazy? Generally, like how, like there is a person that does write the speeches for the president.
Yeah.
Like they don't write. Like if you think about it, politicians it's like don't really write their own shit. If you think
they plagiarize.
Not necessarily plagiarize. They plan it, right? Isn't it a plan to like, okay, I'll write this. I'll write this for you, but we need to say it in the right words. Yeah. That's why there's always a speech.
But I mean, if they say it in the right way, it's fine. It's just like Drake. he don't write his own shit, but he sings it well. So
he sings it well. So okay, all right, whatever. Dude, that was crazy how that happened today.
I know. I remember Alec telling me about that, but I completely forgot. I didn't know it was actually like a thing.
It was a thing. Proudboys, they don't give a fuck. Proudboys don't give a fuck around here, dude. Honestly. Anyways.
You know what they really should have done? Remember that when it wasn't like last year, like March, April, when they had planned that to siege Area 51?
Oh yeah,
remember that? Like everybody was on Twitter like on like March 17th or something. We're gonna go to Area 51.
Going to Area 51. What was at Area 51? That
aliens.
I
mean, that's what they suppose. I mean, because the whole thing was like, I don't know, something came out and they're like, well, if we all go, like they're not gonna be able to stop us all. Like it's like it was 1,000 of us or a couple thousand of us. They're not gonna.
But what was? Because there was something that came on that like something was. Did they say specifically? The government said like.
No, I forget. Something may have happened. There may have been like
something happened.
I don't know. Something happened that sparked interest in it firstly, and then people were like, "Oh, well, let's go." But
I don't know. In terms of aliens, like, I recently been watching the Heaven's Gate HBO Max special.
Oh,
yeah, and
I don't know what that is.
Heaven's Gate was a cult that was related to the mass suicide of like 39 people. It was like drinking the Kool-Aid kind of thing.
Oh, Giuliano had told me about that.
Yeah. So like
something about that. Yeah.
Heaven's Gate is literally like it was like the 1970s, probably.
It was that recent.
Heaven's Gate?
Yeah.
The Heaven's Gate. No, the actual mass suicide happened in 1995, I believe.
Oh.
So then, but the cult started off in 1975.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. That's when.
Yeah. So like basically,
the institution was first founded.
Mm-hmm. Founded by Doe and T. That's what their names are.
Okay.
They were nicknamed Bo and Peep, and their followers are the sheep. Get it? Like, they're the sheep. So then, yeah, they're responsible for the mass suicide of like 39 people. And I was watching the documentary the other day, and they were talking to not victims, but former members, as well as the daughter of one of the two. They were nicknamed the two, Doe and T.
Yeah.
So they were very. They had so many members. Like they traveled across the country.
Wasn't it in Southern America? South America?
No,
Southern America.
It was in.
It was in America.
Yeah, it was in America. It was crazy. The purpose of dying on this day was that you will transcend to the next level, which means enter the kingdom of heaven. So that was their goal. He gathered followers and he went around the country to just have them. They were basically funded by donations.
Really?
So yeah, they were really like by churches, and they stayed in churches everywhere they went. So it was weird that they just died because they thought that.
Did the leader also?
Yes, they took sedatives and did all that. It wasn't. They don't even know the exact date, but they were found like a few weeks later.
Oh really?
And also early on, that within the cult, people would would disappear in the cult just generally because the rituals they were having was it was a practice. So every person who were in it, like who was in it, like most of them would go through a process of dying. I think it was like the theory of, like, you know how Christ was what's it called? Christ resurrected, and how many, like, through the third day, right? He rose on the third day. It was like they would purposely die, and their spirits would bring themselves back, and they would be in their vessels. They would be awakened again, and they would tell everybody how to do it and what they saw. So that was the process. So people would go missing, which means like dead.
Yeah, but they're just random people. Like, how do you convince that many people to follow you? Like, in the first place,
through religion and spirituality.
I mean, I suppose
the documentary so far as I've seen is that they were very keen on spirituality in the 70s, like hippies and shit like that, you know. And they want to reach a higher level of spirituality instead of just natural, you know, religions such as Native American religion, you know, American religion. So they wanted to do something different. So then they decided to do that and involve the mass suicides. I thought that was really crazy because Lil Uzi, he used the template of, like...
Is that how you know this?
Not 100%, because I saw a trailer for the documentary, and I remember looking that up before. Because Uzi had his Eternal Take, his, you know, his what is it? His artwork, the album work. It was based off the Heaven's Gate logo. So and then he had Doe as his profile picture for a really long time. Yeah. So I thought it was crazy. Like, this dude's really looking into, because Uzi's up to, like, he's always about like devil shit. Like Marilyn Manson and upside down cross chains and things like that. So that's why I kind of looked into it before. That was a long time ago, though. The Heaven's Gate document came out recently, and it just reminded me of, like, oh, I saw that before. But it was crazy.
People believe, like, I mean, people will believe anything. Like, people, like, there's so much shit. Like, even, like, astrology.
I know, bro.
Like, oh my, I mean... I don't know, I feel like it's mainly girls too.
Okay, yes.
It's a pseudoscience. How
like, do we know who's a murderer based on their...
No, I don't think you can know who's a murderer. I mean, yeah, like they say, I think they probably go about it and say, like, it's not who you are. It's just maybe just kind of like an example of some of the characteristics that you might display, or I don't know, whatever.
That's what they say. They just don't take it. They think. Well, I don't take it seriously at all. Yeah, no. I really don't. But I can see why they would say, like, what it says, and you can see characteristics of, I guess, I've only seen maybe 2 things that say what I am in terms of that. And I don't really go by it as, like, okay, that defines me. No, it's a characteristic. Yeah, nah. I can change my characteristics willingly, you know? Do you think you could change your characteristics willingly?
Of course. Yeah, I feel like I can will myself to be whatever I want to be, you know, but I don't know. What's crazy to me is how girls trip on that, like, for compatibility. Yes. In a partner.
Yes. And I don't understand that.
And I'm just like, I tell her like this, girl, I'm whatever time it's going to get you to my crib. Because
you were just a different type of dude.
You knew that. You knew that. Man. But I'd be like, yeah, I remember,
I just don't, I don't really fuck with astrology like that. I just know the viewpoints of it. I really don't fuck with it. I don't look at my horoscope.
I just know what they say. Yeah. But I don't believe it.
Yeah. I hear what they say and I don't listen.
I hear what I say, but then I forget. It just goes in one ear and out the other. Speaking of shit that you do or don't believe in, this is a question I've been kind of just going on my mind. Like, I've always kind of thought about this, and my opinion has changed over the years. But it's just the idea of believing in ghosts. And
I know you don't believe in ghosts.
I don't.
You don't believe in anything.
I mean, that's not saying that I don't believe in anything.
Anything's supernatural.
Right. Like, I don't believe in ghosts or anything like of that nature. I mean, I kind of, like, I used to growing up. I used to be kind of scared, like, scared of the dark and shit, you know, growing up. But now it's like, I don't have anything. But, like, I meet some people, like, even my dad. Like, my daddy's like, no, like, I've seen ghosts. I've, like, been with ghosts. I'm, like, you know, he's...
What was his examples?
I remember he said one time that he was playing with a Ouija board. And he said, like, he was I think did he say he was the only one that had his hands on it, that was touching it, and then the little thing just like flew off the table like 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, he's probably a little drunk back in the day. You know, they was out somewhere. You know,
he was off something.
He was off something. I'm just like, all right,
you gonna do your day like that?
But he's had multiple stories. He's like, sometimes I was like I remember one time I was asleep in my room and then I just woke up in my bed and it's like it was a ghost. You know.
Wait, he was asleep in his.
I mean, what did I say? He was asleep on the couch in the living room. That's probably what I meant to say, living room. And he woke up in his bed in his room, and I'm just like,
was he like a kid?
I don't know.
That doesn't make it because that's if he was a kid, that makes sense. Because someone's gonna bring your ass to.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna bring your ass to the bed. Like I'll fall asleep. I'll fall asleep at parties. Like, you know when you have parties, like you go to your mom and Dustin would have fun with their friends and they have a party, you know, you're a kid, you fall asleep on the couch, you know? Yeah. And then they put your ass in the car and you wake up in the bed the next morning without any recollection of you, you know? So then it just happens, like, I don't know. In terms of what I believe, I don't believe in it, I guess. I don't not believe it 100%. I want to say that
what's your percentage?
I'm a guy that's always saying that there's a chance in everything. Right. Yeah. You know, the universe is infinite. You know, I think I'm more keen to thinking of maybe it's more religious reasons. Yeah. Like I feel like
because I was gonna say, what's the religious viewpoint on this from like the Abrahamic religions?
I just think there's a lot of
they don't believe in ghosts.
Who
like Catholicism?
Oh no. No, like those things. But what I'm thinking is the religious karma, like the devil and shit like that. Like the devil can bring in my, what I guess maybe it is because I've been taught growing up. Yeah. But like in terms of how I believe things, like the devil can bring up any negative energy and turn it into something. He can manipulate negative energy and he can manipulate it to possibly something supernatural.
Okay, but can you pick up that pillow and throw it across the room?
I don't think it's that extreme. But in terms of presence, not necessarily action, but presence, ghost presence, supernatural presence, you know? Yeah. I wouldn't say that he could do that, but I could say that he could bring up especially it always involves the circumstances. Uh-huh. There could be negative energy somewhere, and then he can make a noise. Yeah. You know, when you talk to the spirit, like, you know, spirit. You can talk to spirits. I think that's what the way you work.
So you can talk to him? How do you talk to him? teach me how you do this.
I don't know. I just think that there's a possibility. Okay. There's a possibility. Okay. Is that fair? It's not.
I mean, yeah, of course, there's a possibility. There's a possibility.
You know. I'm not very good
at articulating.
I can't.
But I understand because I feel like that's a lot of people feel, or even some people will say too. You know, like,
am I just tripping? Is it really just all in my own head?
I would say so. I would say so. Like even the movies and like you know, based on a true story. I'm like, sure. sure. Like the Paranormal Activities. Remember we were watching with Giuliano, and then all the Paranormal Activities films. They're like at the beginning. They're like, thank you to the San Diego Police Department for you know, for these films. And it's like, oh, thank God the San Diego Police Department released these films for the public all to see. You know, like you really think they would do that? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. That's just what I think. Low key.
I feel like the scary thing, you're kind of right. I feel like you're right. Because the scary shit that we need to think about is people in real life. Yeah. People that we don't, like, know and see. I'm transitioning to talk about the dark web.
Oh, okay.
Dark web theories. Do you have any dark web theories?
Theories?
Or, like, do you know what it is?
I mean, it's just where I can get my cocaine, my hitman, and my prostitute all in one page.
Yeah, and you pay it with Bitcoin.
And Bitcoin, yeah, some virtual currency.
Because what I didn't know is the dark web is actually something that anyone can access if you use Onion. Like I didn't know that.
Onion,
yeah, like I didn't know that, and I never really thought about it, and I
I'd be careful though. I'd be real careful.
Real careful. Yeah.
Go in there because you know.
That's what I'm also scared of. If I go in there and like someone's gonna snag my fucking home address, and they're gonna pull up on me. But the thing is, if I think about it, I'm not that powerful of a person. Because isn't that what everyone's scared about? Like they hack your information, but in essence, if they hack my information, what would they get?
Your credit card info?
Yeah, I don't have a credit card.
Well, they're your debit card information. I don't know.
What are they gonna get? They're gonna get like a few G's out of that?
I mean, I suppose a few G's from you, a few G's from him, a few G's. It adds up.
It does add up, but necessarily, if they're targeting somebody, necessarily wouldn't it be wouldn't they spend time targeting more powerful person?
Sure.
I'm not saying that I can't get hacked. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, the possibility of somebody giving a shit about hacking my information versus this guy's information.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But then again, maybe if they hack a more important person's information, then there'll be more eyes drawn to them. Whereas if they hack your information, like nobody's gonna give a fuck. You know, you just call your credit card company or whoever, debit card company, you just tell them, and they're like, all right. You know, then nobody's gonna look into it really. Yeah. Whereas if it's something important, then they
that's
might.
That's fun. It's crazy to think that because we only, in terms of us, we only participate in the surface web and the deep web. Which means that we only participate on like social media and all that stuff and YouTube and all that, and then this is like all the accounts that we have, such as Google, debit cards, things like that. And we have given, and what I've also, it's crazy to think that even like the things on the surface web, the platforms themselves sells our information to advertisers.
Yeah. And that's why it's free. Yeah.
And the term, like we never read those terms and conditions. We don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like your information is being sold to whoever the fuck we want to sell it to, and you signed an agreement.
Yeah, that's why you get the best ads. That's why you think about a new shirt and that shit will pop up on
that's
Instagram.
Crazy. Isn't that so weird? Like,
your phone listening to you too.
Your phone listening to me right now. I just can't believe it, man. They really got us. If you really want to stay off the grid, you can't have anything. If you really wanted to stay off the grid, you wouldn't have anything.
I mean, yeah.
What is a life outside the grid? What is the benefits?
Just privacy.
That's it? Do you really want to be that private?
No. I mean, obviously, it's not worth it. I'd rather have the technology that I have.
How much time are we on, by the way?
We are at 27.
Oh, for the camera?
12.
Okay. Straight. No, we're good? Privacy.
The only thing you have is privacy. And, I mean, obviously there needs to be a balance. I mean, there has to be a balance, but I think I would take that, you know, letting them have some of my information if it means that I can have some of these products for free. Some of them, you know? But it's like even, what was that thing that happened a few years back when everybody was tripping because they thought Twitter and Snapchat and everything was going to be, you're going to have to pay for it?
Oh yeah,
I forget what
the bill got passed. A bill called. It was a. I
don't remember. I have no idea. I don't even know what I would search to find it.
Crap. Net neutrality. Net neutrality. Yes.
Oh, you a big brain.
No, I just. it took me too long. Net neutrality got passed and everybody was tripping. Yeah, everybody was tripping. It was crazy.
Did it get passed?
It did. The bill got passed. It was nobody understood it fully. To the extent of
as with most things.
It was just more. I think it was a mainstream thing, kind of like it was more of like attention, like all the allegations that I think it was all the allegations that was in place for net neutrality was only almost just a possibility. You know, that we'd have to pay for free apps, you know?
Right.
I think it was just more of a possibility, not necessarily 100% was going to happen.
Yeah.
But everybody was tripping and go against it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, in terms of what I found out before, and Alec was telling me about this before, too, in terms of what, you know, because obviously on the dark web, things such as human trafficking, child pornography, things like that go under the radar and all that stuff. I remember Alec telling me about this the other day. He told me that there was this theory. It was not not theory. There was this process of, you know, when children go missing, right? And So basically, what people were selling online were these.
Oh, the big
the cabinets.
The cabinets.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that.
It was literally
selling it for like 13,000.
It was sell. Yeah, they would sell cabinets on, I don't know, maybe eBay, right? Was it eBay?
Yeah, I think it was eBay.
It was eBay for
something
13 bands. It would literally be an IKEA made furniture that you would get. What's the average IKEA furniture?
I've never been to IKEA.
Like $500, $600, something like that.
Yes.
And they're selling them for $13,000, but the names on the cabinets would be like girls' names.
Yeah.
Like Teresa Cabinet or like Jennifer Cabinet, you know. And then what basically was happening was they would have, so there would be kidnapped kids named those names. And basically it was either coincidence or it was actually absolutely true. I'm pretty sure it is, that they would have them be sold in the cabinet, like human trafficking within the cabinet, because they're selling for 13 bands. Yeah, what else are you putting in there? You know?
Drugs?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be, but why would be specifically like Teresa or Jennifer, or it would be a name attached to it?
That's true too. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because, and it was selling them just on the surface level or deep level of the internet. I just found out that people, I think it either was Coachella or one of the EDCs that. People, because it's in the desert, in the valley, you know, it's a wide area. Yeah. And then people normally get lost. So they would guide them. There would be people that guide you to where to go, you know.
During Coachella? Or just in...
Just like in the area.
Oh,
like, let's say that you...
Yeah.
Because in Coachella, you can either... what is it? You can either park with... I feel like it wasn't Coachella, but it was somewhere else. It was another event. Mm-hmm. It basically, you needed a guide to get to where you needed to go if you're lost, you know. So they'll guide you toward, hey, head over here, this is where the festival's at. Yeah. But there were people with different wristbands, like the same wristbands that they would wear for people to guide, they were leading them to human like trafficking. Like, they would lead the people away from the festival. Yeah. And it was just crazy because if you were that person, just like you wouldn't know where you were at and you have no signal, especially the festivals, you have no signal. Yeah. You would just be led to somewhere where you get kidnapped. Yeah. I thought that was crazy because I just thought it was
yeah, that's scary. How
in plain sight it is, you know.
Like, even have you seen that one Netflix documentary, Abducted in Plain Sight?
No, I haven't.
Where the guy is basically, he's friends with the parents. I think I saw this years ago, but he's basically like a family friend. And he's like abusing their kids, their two daughters, or one of them, or I think both of them. He he'll take them. He would take them out on vacation because he was just like I think like a real good family friend.
Yeah, just a really good family friend.
And
you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, he wouldn't take. And then he would take them out and take them to like wherever, like Arizona or wherever he took them, and then he'd be out there for weeks, and they didn't know where he was at. Like something like that, and he was abusing them. You know,
in terms of sexually
abusing, yeah.
But they weren't saying anything.
I don't think so at first because he just had him so manipulated. He told him that like you have to, you know. He started brainwashing him, saying you had to because like aliens, like he did some shit while they were sleeping. Like he would drug them while they were sleeping, and he'd play he made like this track about like where aliens like we're coming down, we're gonna destroy the. That's what it was. Like we're gonna come down and like destroy the planet or something, but you are the chosen. Like he told that one girl, you are the chosen one. You have to like make a baby with that guy or something. Like he did some like weird shit, like some crazy shit, like to basically like brainwashing her.
And then she just believed him.
She just believed. She was young, you know. She was 10, 11. Oh, God. And it's just like in plain sight, you know.
It just kind of. Just that topic generally, like, bro, child abduction, child like manipulation.
It's so crazy. It makes me scared to be a parent.
It does. Yeah. In essence too, and it's just like you said, in plain sight. It was you gotta be hella careful. You know, always keep aware, like, you know where your kids are and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm more scared because of how that's a thing. What is it? It's a culture almost, like in terms of like child molestation in terms of, because I think
that's a culture,
like rape culture.
Oh,
kind of like that.
I see.
Okay, because in terms of what rape culture is, because we will see molestation and rape as fuck that, like, dude, that's fucking bullshit. It's wrong. But in terms of what the people that have done it, like the abductors and the molesters and the rapists, they see it as it is a culture, because it's more of a culture that their actions are more tolerated. It's like in their heads it's tolerated.
Maybe because it's kind of normalized in their viewpoint.
Yeah, like the rich white people, basically.
Shit, Epstein's Island.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like it's more accepted in their head, which is weird. Like him and Ghislaine Maxwell, they were fucking doing it all and shit. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, that makes you so scared.
Protect your damn kids, bro. I would never wish that on any man's kids. Ever. It's just fucked up. And that's why they fuck them up in jail. That's why they fuck them up in jail, bro.
Even they got standards.
Yeah.
They got standards to even be in jail. That's crazy.
Dude, the crazy shit I find out that people, like, how do people in jail get phones? They just have phones. I saw a guy in jail making TikTok. Yeah,
TikTok.
Bro, he was
killing it too.
No, he was just doing it like it had a lot of likes. It was 2.6 million or something. It was weird. It was just this dude that you could tell he was been in the pen for a minute. And doing the Corvette dance, like in Corvette.
What's that one?
I'll show you later. It's just fucking stupid. But dude, he was doing it. I'm like, how do y'all get phones? The funniest one I saw was they made a little.
Didn't one dude? All right, go ahead, go for it.
They made what is it? It's like it is basically a TikTok, but it's a different app. It's like a troller. You know what that is? It's like it's kind of the same thing. Okay. It's literally you can dance to the song. There's a song playing. And things. And it was these two like guys in prison. They were like smoking. They were doing this
smoking. They got
cigarettes. Yeah. They were just this shit. Like I remember those posts where they had the games in jail. Like they had 2K.
Oh yeah.
Like in jail, like the place to be and shit.
Yeah.
I was dying.
It looked like the place to be a little lit.
It looked like E3. It was funny, bro.
No, I remember seeing one time too a while back too, where some dude had a phone and he was on IG live.
Yeah.
And then some dudes were like, "How the hell you got a phone in jail?" Like, I'm telling on you.
Yeah. He's like, "What are you going to gain from it?" I'm snitching. What are you going to gain from it?
Oh man, that's just funny. Yeah, it's crazy. Even that one time when they were playing ball in prison.
Oh yeah.
When the dude hit that, the step back.
They were like, He was like, he's kind of nice.
Man. Get this man out of prison. Give him a contract.
He's kind of nice.
That was during last year too. Where it was like, bro, trade him for KCP.
I know.
That was KCP when he was going to jail. Going to and from jail.
Yeah, he played in an ankle brace. No, he didn't play in an ankle brace, but he got escorted from jail to the games. I was dying when they photoshopped that shit. They put an ankle brace on his fucking leg.
Dude, I couldn't believe that.
Bro, I was dead. Like, oh god, that shit was funny.
That man got jail. He got time off from jail to go play ball. That's kind of boss though.
Because the NBA is an essential business.
It's an essential business.
Hope y'all enjoyed listening. Keep following, showing support for the channel. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate everything.
Follow our TikTok.
Follow us on Instagram. I'll put the links in the description for sure.
I don't got IG, but.
And this has been us. And I will be getting our podcast on Podbean relatively soon and Spotify and other platforms. So just tune in for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Out.